Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel on educational leadership. Today's video is focused on strategies which will help our students learn better. Do you feel that your students often struggle with studies? Do you feel that they have trouble with the focus or they lack concentration? So let's equip our students with some effective study strategies which will empower them to be lifelong and self-directed learners. So here I am with 5 powerful study strategies through which children can actively engage with the reading material. So let's know more about these study strategies. Strategy number 1. Create your own quiz. Now, what do we mean by this? When the child is reading some material, some topic, some textbook, then let the student keep on creating questions as he or she is reading the material. So when the child is engaged in creating questions, at that time, his or her mind is absolutely engaged. It promotes active reading because the question needs to be created while the child is reading. Second, it also gives clarity on the topic. And third, the child can refer to these questions for quick revision. Whenever the child wants to get back and do the revision of the entire chapter, he or she just goes through the questions and try to figure out the answers to those questions and can do a quick revision. Let's move on to strategy number 2. Become a teacher. Now, this is a very powerful strategy where the student assumes the role of a teacher. Now, this is possible inside the home where the child studies. The child may have a rolling board at home or a whiteboard wherein he or she assumes that there is a group of students who are sitting there and he has to teach those students. So when we are teaching it to someone, then the clarity of the concept is better. It will also enhance our speaking ability. And thirdly, the retention of the concept also becomes better. Now, this can also be done with a study group, with a group of students, with a group of friends, or with a study partner. So, this way, the concepts becomes much better when we are teaching it to someone else. Strategy number 3 is create concepts or mind maps. Mind map is something wherein there are linkages between different subtopics. Okay, and there are examples over here. So when the children are creating their own concept maps, again they are getting clarity on the topic. So we need to teach our students how to create these concept maps. And once they have done it, apart from getting clarity on the topic, they will also be able to have a quick glance of these concept maps and have a very quick revision. Strategy number 4 is spaced practice. This is a strategy which is again backed with research, and there is a data which is available on this, and it's based on Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. It says that if suppose we have 100% retention when we have read something immediately just now, and we say that, okay, I remember everything about it. But as a day passes, the retention reduces significantly. It reduces to 33%. And after 6 days, it becomes 25%. And after 31 days, it becomes 21%. So this is how fast we keep forgetting the information which we have studied. So what should we do about it? So the thing we can do is to plan our revisions in such a manner so that we don't forget. So this says that if immediately after the class there is a revision which is done, then after 24 hours if it is done, after 1 week and after 1 month, here you will find that there is this support which is available. Every time there is this support is given, and we find that the retention becomes much better. So as a teacher, you can plan your revisions in such a manner that you revise it the next day, you revise it after a week, and you revise it after 1 month. Similarly, as a student, the student can plan his revision cycle and keep on repeating or revising those topics at these intervals. And then you'll find that the knowledge is more or less permanent. Let's move on to strategy number 5, and that is interleaving. So you can see over here that there are some figures which are being repeated. Let's try and understand what interleaving is. Now this is massed practice. What do we mean by massed practice? Suppose this is a subject A, subject B or subject C, or we can say that topic A, topic B and topic C of the same subject. We are studying one particular subject for a long period of time here, again second subject for a long period of time, and the third subject for a long period of time. This is known as massed practice. Now if we move to interleave practice, the subject A is being studied for a shorter duration, followed by C, then B, again C, then A, then C. So what you're doing is that you're not going in for mass study, one subject for a longer duration, but each subject for a shorter duration, and it is interleaved with different subjects. Now, how is it that it is going to be helpful? When your brain switches from one subject to another subject, it has to put some effort there. Because the brain is putting the effort, you will find that the active engagement will be more and your brain muscles are also going to develop. So interleaving is something which will give more power to your brain, and also it will help in better retention. All right, so let's recap now all the strategies that we studied. Strategy number 1, create your own quiz, create your own questions while you're reading. Strategy number 2, become a teacher, teach the concept to someone. Even if there is no one to listen to you, assume that there is somebody. Strategy number 3, create concept maps. Whatever you're reading, try to figure out what are the main concepts, what are the sub-concepts, create linkages between them, create a proper concept map which will be helpful for you to understand the topic as well as revise it better. Strategy number 4 is spaced practice. So whatever you have studied today, revise it after one day, and then revise it again within a week, and then after 1 month. So if you're revising it in this sequence, you will find that you have better retention of the concept. Strategy number 5, interleaving. Don't study one subject or one topic for a long duration. Always intersperse it with the other subjects for shorter duration. This will increase your brain power. I hope that you find these strategies useful. If you have liked this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.